everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are installing a TriFold tonneau cover on a GMC Sierra. This is a 2021 Sierra elevation model. So you may have seen my review video that I did with my Retrax Pro. It's a very nice hard aluminum rolling cover. It's nice and secure, but I was having some issues with some water seepage and just a few different leaks and things. And so YITAMotor reached out to me and said, hey, try our tonneau cover. It's not supposed to leak. It's a lot easier to install. So while it's not as secure, it does stop people from looking in the bed of your truck and, you know, gives you a little bit of that security there. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna try to install this one. Shouldn't be too difficult. We've got some seals to put up on the front. We've got some clamps on the side, and that should be about it. So let's just go ahead. I'm gonna save you all the unboxing and all that other stuff, and we're just gonna get started. So looking through the instructions, they gave us a nice instruction manual here. We've got our sealing strip that goes across the front, and then they even gave us like a little puck-shaped LED light, and then a few different seals to go in here. So we're gonna go and we're gonna unravel this. We're gonna stick this up on the front bed rail going across. What is that, bulkhead? It's just right behind the cab, but we're gonna stick that there so that makes that seal, and then we'll go ahead and get started with our clamps. All right, for the seal up front, it's not too difficult. We just went ahead and cleaned this really good. You could use rubbing alcohol to do that, or you could just use some soap and water, make sure that it dries completely. But on this one particularly, we're going to be going from just inside the bed rails, because it's got a plastic cap on it, to the other side. And just make sure that this is nice and it's stuck down. If it's cold outside, I'd warm it up at least to, I don't know, 70 degrees. Just make sure that you get good adhesion. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna stick that in there. And then over here where it's sticking over just a little bit, I'm just gonna come in here with my knife. All right, just stick that right over to the edge. All right, I just went ahead now and I've just laid this up here. You can see how nice this fabric is, nice and thick. Should be plenty waterproof. The seals are nice, but I'm going to center this one here, so you can see I'm just a finger width and a half over here, and over here I'm a full 2 finger width. So I'm just going to scoot that over, get everything nice and square, and then that'll be where we, you know, clamp everything into place. And you can be a little more precise if you like. Use a tape measure, get it even on both sides, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. Now, once you get it where you like it, just go ahead and we're gonna undo these buckles, and we can start to lay this back. All right, once we got it unrolled, we're just going to bring it back. So you wanna make sure that you got a nice, good, solid seal back here on this back tailgate, which we do. It's in a good position. It covers the corners over here. We're good all the way up here to the front. Right, we're not overhanging too much. And so now it's time to roll this back up. We want to be sure not to move anything, because now we're going to go back up underneath and we have to clamp that in there. So hopefully you can see this, because GoPros aren't exactly the greatest in low light conditions, but these are what our clamps look like up under here. And once we have this in the right position going over here, we can just start tightening this up. Let's see if I can show you that angle there. So you can see how this little C channel right here is just going to fit up there, and then this is going to tighten up, and it's just going to cinch everything down. So you can see it's actually pulling the top down right here. Once it feels like it's not going to vibrate loose. All right, it's nice and snug. Now, once we get this one in place, it's time to go ahead and do this one here. So I'm just adjusting the strap. The way that I do that is, right, I'm pulling this here, just kind of tightening that as tight as I can get it. All right, and I don't really think that's holding anything in place. I think it's just more for safety. And I'm gonna tighten this one down. It's very important that you do not over tighten this, because, I mean, it's not very big. But once we get that in there, all right, we can do this same thing on the other side, and then we'll move to the back of the vehicle. And as you're doing this, you can see the light in that corner over there disappear as I get this tight. All right, for these last little clamps, the way that these work is you just pop them up. Okay, here's your little safety spring here, but you just loosen this and get it just where it barely gets underneath that lip. That way, when you lock it into place, it's holding on. Okay, and it's nice and tight. So we're gonna do that on the other side as well. And then this one's just a little bit too far over. Oops, so I'm gonna slide that in one more notch. All right, and get that one more notch over. The way that that works is you just lift this up and then you can slide that in either way. So now that we have that extra notch there, just a little final fitment. Probably get just a little tighter. There we go, locked into place. And there you have it. We're nice and tight all the way around it. Like you hear, it's like a drum. There seems to be just a little bit of a fitment issue here on the tailgate. It looks like if I had one more strip of that foam, I could take care of that. So I might go down to AutoZone or O'Reilly's and pick up another strip, put that in there. But for the most part, I'd say it's fitting great. Again, one more time. Pretty good. It's got a nice little, you know, it's not flat on the top, so water's gonna run off of it. Again, you might have some water come back under the tailgate, but you know, that seems to be par for the course on these tonneau covers, but I think we can take care of that. That'll be in a later video. Maybe I'll do a comparison between this, you know, TriFold tonneau cover and my rolling tonneau cover, see which one is better, which one's more secure. You know, there's a few questions that I have in comparison with those. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure that you subscribe. And if this video helped you out, make sure you hit that like button. So that's it. I'm gonna get out of the sun. I'm already out of breath. It's hot out here, but not too bad of an installation. You could do this yourself, easy. You don't have to spend the $2,000 on a big rolling cover. You can get you something like this. So links and everything's down in the description. So again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. And they included this little LED light that you could stick up underneath here. Stick it on this crossbar with some double-sided tape and you know, light everything up in here. But this truck's got lights from the factory in here, so I'm just going to take this, stick it in a tackle box, right? Maybe stick it up in the top of the lid or something, who knows. But it'll come in handy. It takes 3 AAAs, which they did not include, but what are you going to do, right?